Well, we've been... Well, we well, hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to my channel. Now, the beta test for the Call of Duty Cold War has ended as of the 19th, I guess was the last day to play it. And of course I did. I need to try that one out. And I'm actually gonna be giving my 2 cents about the game in this video. And also I'm gonna cross-check something out of my bucket list. I wanted to do a cool frag movie, at least once. I just want one cool frag movie. But unfortunately I suck quite big. So this is what I have to show for it. So with that being said, we are gonna take a look at the main menu, which as you can see, we got the campaign, we got the multiplayer, we got the war zone, we got the store, but we also got zombies. For all of you who actually missed that from the previous game, I'm not one of them, but I understand that there's a lot of players out there who likes the zombie mode. Now, since testing this, it actually remind me of what Call of Duty is kind of like all about, since I'm a Battlefield player actually from the beginning, and I'm not too fond of the whole Call of Duty concept. I like the Modern Warfare, absolutely, and when it comes to campaign, nothing beats the Call of Duty campaigns. There just isn't anything that beats it. But when it comes to multiplayer, there's a lot for me to wish for, and the Modern Warfare did that kind of like good, but also because the Battlefield 1 actually flopped big time. I mean, that game was that was horrible. So, you know, it was decent. Now, while playing Cold War, I got reminded about how fast the Call of Duty games usually are. I mean, they're fast-paced. Battlefield is a bit more slow, which for me is better since I usually suck. But it's fast. It's really fast, considering the Modern Warfare one. Now, I know a lot of Call of Duty players like it that way because that's usually how it is. And of course, when they do it like they did in the beta, it's all good. It's all good. It's a lot of shooting, a lot of dying, a lot of respawn, and a lot of shooting again. So, with that being said, I enjoy it. I absolutely do. And they picked up the pace since the last game, which is kind of nice. Now, of course, the campaign is locked, and also the zombie mode, and the warzone just takes us back to the warzone. So we're entering in multiplayer, just to tell you a bit about what's new and what's coming. So, of course, you enter the lobby as always. Everything looks exactly the same. They just, you know, reskinned it all, but you still got the lobby, the loadout, the operators, the barracks, the store, and the challenges, of course, but that's locked during the beta. So if we take a look at what game modes that you can actually play right now. So first off, we got Fire Team Dirty Bomb, which is, as you can see, players 32 to 40. And Intel says 10 fire teams fight to collect, deliver and deposit uranium into several active dirty bombs. Each earn score by killing enemies, depositing uranium and detonating dirty bombs. The maps that we got to play in the beta was Ruka and Alpine. Both really funny, real funny. I like the Alpine, lots of woods and cabins, so I really like that map actually. But the snipers were hard to spot. It was, but really like the map. And then we move forward to Combined Arms Mosh Pit. There are 16 to 24 players, and the intel says a mosh pit of team-based large-scale game modes across various maps featuring Combined Arms, Domination, and Combined Arms Assault. And the maps that we got to play was Armada, Crossroads, and Cartel. And I'm looking forward to more maps to this mode when it gets released, because that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. Now what we also got to play in the beta was the VIP Escort, and as you can see it's 10 to 12 players per team, and most of you guys probably already know what the VIP Escort is. If you don't, let's look at it real quick. 2 teams, 6 players per team, and in one team there will always be one random VIP that will be extracted at A or B point, and the other team, they're 6 killers to stop the VIP from escaping. I mean, that's quite straightforward, and I actually love this quite a lot because it's fast-paced, of course, but you need to be a bit more careful. You need to listen to your surroundings. You know, you need a bit of teamwork to get this done smooth. And so I really enjoy the VIP Escort. I really do. And I'm betting most people. I'm betting there's some people at least who doesn't really like it, but I do. And of course the custom games are locked throughout the beta, but if we enter the quick play we can check out all the other modes that is available, or they're locked but there will be available. And of course there's the team deathmatch, and after that we got the hardpoint, we got the domination, we got kill confirmed, and we got control. Now every one of these are quite basic. Team deathmatch, 2 teams kill each other. Hardpoint and domination and kill confirmed are all from the previous Call of Duty. So also we got control, which is 2 teams alternate in attacking and defending captured zones with a limited number of respawns each round. While attackers are capturing a zone, the time limit will pause. Attackers must capture all zones to win a round. The first team to reach the round win limit will achieve victory. I didn't know half of what I said, but it sounds fun. It sounds fun. Moving over to the weaponry, so let's see what they got for us over here. And starting off with the XM4, and after that we got the AK-47, we got a Krieg 6 and a QBZ-83. I didn't get to play with all of them. I just played with the first 2, and they fired rounds and killed people. Pretty decent. Now, if we tap over to the submachine gun tab, we get the MP5, the Milano 821, and the AK-47U, and the KSP-45. Now, what does bother me a bit is the fact that they don't use the real names for all the guns. Now, of course, I understand that that's not possible all the time, but still, it's a bit nagging to be running around with a Milano 821. I mean, they could have just ridden Uzi. I mean, it's not that fucking hard, to be frank. I mean, and it gets worse. It gets worse. We got the Type 63, and we got the M16. Now, if we look at this, we can see a bit of a pattern that all the American rifles are named correct. And the others, not so much. Jumping over to the light machine gun, we start off with the Stoner 63 and then an RPD. And if that's not enough, if we jump over to the sniper rifle section, we do have the Pellington 703. Pellington, I mean, that's annoying to say the least. We got the Pellington 703 and we got the LW3 Tundra. Or Tundra, whatever. So that's what we have in the main weapon slot. Jumping over to the secondary weapon slot, we got the Colt 1911, a Diamatti, and a Magnum. But we can also use the shotgun as a secondary over There we got the Hauer 77 and a Gallo SA12. And yeah, as I said, the names aren't really correct, but well, you get used to it. And we also got some launchers. We got the Sigma 2 and an RPG 7, and over to the melee we got a knife. That's quite simple, quite straightforward. Looking over at the tactical section, we do have stun grenades, we do have stim shots, smoke grenades, and decoys. All of which are unlocked at a certain level, of course. And over to the lethal section, we got the frag, we got the C4, we got a Molotov, and we got a Semtex. Now, they do have something called field upgrades as well in the Cold War, as they did in the Modern Warfare. And over here we got the proximity mine now, and we got a field mic, which deploys as recording device that highlights enemy sounds on your minimap, which is quite cool. And they got the trophy system. And then they got a SAM turret, which launches missiles at enemy air score streaks and player piloted helicopters. That's quite badass if you ask me. And then you got the gas mine, and you got a jammer. So all of these can be really useful, really useful. Then they got the perks again, of course. And to start off with perk 1, we got the engineer, we got paranoia, we got tactical mask, and we got a flak jacket. All of which are more or less the same as from the previous game. It's the name is different, but the perks are, you recognize the perks. Over at perk 2 we got Scavenger, Assassin, Tracker, and Quartermaster. And over at perk 3 we do have Gung Ho, which is actually quite cool. Fire a weapon and use equipment while sprinting, move at full speed when reloading, switching weapons faster, take less damage from falling, and fire more accurately while sliding. Just the fact that I can actually full run and still reload is so much helpful when it comes to my way of playing. Other than that, I'm useless. I mean, I don't have accuracy while sliding anyway, and this perk didn't help me, I can tell you that. Well, after Gung Ho, we got Ghost, and you all remember that one. After that, we got the Cold-Blooded, and we got the Ninja. Now, they do have something called a wild card as well, and in the beta we got to see 4 of them. The first one is Danger Close, which is equip extra lethal and tactical thrown equipment, start with additional ammo. Now, all of these were of course a perk in the previous game, now they put it as a wild card. The same goes for Lawbreaker, which is equip any weapon class in either slot, equip multiple perks from one perk category. Now, when you can have any weapon in any from any class in either slots, that's from the previous game. And then we got the Gunfighter, which unlocks 3 additional attachment slots for your primary weapon. So you can actually have 8 attachments on a weapon now, which is cool, but I hope they balance that one out, because that's a lot. And we got perk Greed, which is equip an extra perk from each perk category. Now, moving over to the score streaks, we can see that we got the RC-XD, which is a remote-controlled radio car strapped with explosives, which I haven't got to try yet, but I bet it's real handy in sticky situations. After that, we got the spy plane and a counter spy plane. Self-explanatory, both of them. We got the sentry turret, we got a napalm strike, air patrol, war machine, attack chopper, and chopper gunner. But we don't have juggernaut suits, so I thank them for that one at least. And of course we got a bunch of operators to choose from as well, all from CIA to USMC to ROC to KGB and so on, DGI. You get the point. And it feels 80s. It just breathes the 80 vibes, so that's real cool. So yeah, that's probably all for the menu bit, and now about the game itself. I gotta say, I give cred when credit's due, and credit is due in the intro movie part of each round. I mean, it looks fantastic. and you get a little pumped up and a little psyched, you know, for the game. So they really done that quite well. In the previous game, it was a bit monotone, and you know, it didn't have much of a feeling to it. Now you actually, I don't know if it's the fact that it's a new game, or if it actually is a bit about the video itself. But you know, you get a bit pumped up, a bit psyched, and as you can see, it's good. It's just really good. I mean, I'm not the one to complain about it. I'm super psyched about all of them actually, and they're really nice. And the maps are decent as well. I gotta say, the maps are decent. It's not the best as of yet, but then it's not the worst. I mean, I played a whole bunch of maps that's worse than these, and I don't know if it's, as I said, if it's the fact that it's a new game, or if the maps actually are quite decent. But I had a lot of fun playing this beta. I really did. I had a lot of fun testing out the new things. Now, a couple of things that bothers me though with this game is the fact that you can no longer mount your weapons to walls or you know, anything like that, which is a bit disappointing for me, as I usually play as a LMG, and you know, laying down a lot of suppressive fire. So the bit of actual extra support when shooting 200 bullets in a row, that means a lot for me. So you know, I don't go wailing away with my aim, which I do anyway, but that's not the point. So that's a thing that I miss about the previous game. So I wish they implemented that, but as I said, it's a faster paced game, so I understand why they took that out. And also the lobby loading thingy-mahingy between maps. I mean, it's 2020. We don't need that. Just when one map's over, get to the next one. I mean, if you play like we did with the VIP, you play. I think the maximum is, let me count, 7 rounds. I think is the maximum amount of rounds you can play. We usually don't play that many, but let's say you play 7 rounds. Each round takes less than 5 minutes, usually around 3 or 4 minutes, and then you go out in a loading lobby and you wait there for a couple of minutes, then go back, and then you go out and you go back. I mean, since the playtime isn't that long, they should have just skipped the whole lobby section and just continued. So that's a bit of a disappointment actually. I mean, it's 2020. We can do it without a lobby. So yeah, I don't think that I have anything else to rant about here. I'm excited for the game. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. So did my friends that I played with. We had a great time. Had a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the game itself or it's the fact that it's a new game, since Battlefield has let us down in the past, and Modern Warfare is getting kind of boring. So I don't know if that's that, you know, to try something new. Everything looks fresh right off the box, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm guessing there will be a couple of hours spent into this game when it releases on November 13th, which is actually quite soon. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna let a bit of a video run now from the maps and whatever, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Hi.